Hey guys, HDvee here, and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got a ton of Pokemon news to go over for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. The new 7-star Greninja Raid was announced last night. We also have another version exclusive raid that's also been announced. And then we also have this weird beta logo that's popped up recently. So there's a lot of stuff to talk about today. So if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, the new 7-star raid has been announced as a Greninja. It is a Poison Terra Greninja. We all thought this was going to be the Pokemon because they did actually tease this the other day after the big 1008 encounter video. But it has now been confirmed to be Greninja because Cinderace just ended last night, and it takes place on the 27th of January for the first time. This is a really, really exciting raid. One, because Greninja is a massive fan favorite and we're finally getting it back on the Switch. And then two, it means that they're not just doing a ton of fire-type Pokemon in the 7-star raids. So, really, really cool to see this. Again, a lot of people thought it potentially could have been Venusaur. I was kind of more siding for Greninja, though, because we know that Greninja is coming back through Pokemon Home compatibility, where Venusaur isn't. Venusaur could come back in the DLC, but as of right now, Greninja was already confirmed to be in the game. And that just seems to be what they're doing. But anyway, Cerebi update. The next 7-star Terra Raid battle has been fully revealed. Battle against Poison Terra-type Greninja. It runs from January the 27th through to January the 29th. And then February the 10th through to February the 12th. And that also means that the next 7-star Pokemon will also be announced on the 12th of February. So don't know who that's going to be, but either way, it's probably going to be another starter Pokemon. And anyway, let's move on to some interesting information about this. So basically, Joe Merrick tweeted out saying, this is going to be a really hard one to counter, as being a water and dark type as base. It counters the types that would be good against it, and the others in the raid pool are steel type. So yeah, obviously, for poison type Pokemon, you need I don't know, you'd need like a ground type or something, but obviously Greninja already has a counter for that. For poison, you need like Psychic, but Greninja's already got a counter for that, being a dark type. So this could be quite difficult. It seems to be stepping up progressively on the difficulty scale. Like Charizard was okay, Cinderace was difficult. You could like one-shot it, but again, it was a lot more difficult than Charizard. And now Greninja potentially could even be harder than that. We of course can't say until we know what his moveset is, so be wary of guides made early again, because a lot of people thought Azumarill was going to be perfect for Cinderace, and then lo and behold, it had like a poison type move or something like that. So like Sylveon's, like basically all the fairy types we used for Charizard were just not good anymore because it had a poison type move. So yeah, we obviously don't know the moveset of this Pokemon. We also don't know the ability as well. Some people are saying it's going to be Battle Bond Greninja, but it's most likely going to be Protein. I mean, Protein is its hidden ability. Even though Protein got nerfed, Protein won't affect the Terra Raid, just like Cinderace's Libero didn't affect that. But this is why it probably isn't going to be Battle Bond. So Jeremy Merrick said here, also I'd be surprised if it's Battle Bond. I know a lot of people are speculating, but I'd be surprised, especially as that'd lock you out of breeding. Battle Bond Greninja is still in the no eggs group and can't breed. I didn't even realize that, so that's kind of a big kind of I guess plus for Protein over Battle Bond. I mean, Battle Bond also got nerfed as well. Battle Bond is in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet because the actual text, like the ability, is in the game in the codes. It did also just get a nerf, but yeah, if it is a Battle Bond Greninja, I think that would generally be really bad, because then you wouldn't be able to breed it, you wouldn't be able to go for Shiny Froakie and Shiny Greninja and stuff like that. So I hope it isn't Battle Bond, because there'd be no other way to get Froakie in this game through like without like hacks and stuff or whatever, because you wouldn't be able to breed Greninja. You just get your one Greninja from the raid and that'd be it, because you wouldn't be able to breed it. So that's probably why it's not going to be Battle Bond, and hopefully it isn't, because I definitely want to go for Shiny Greninja when this becomes available. But either way, Greninja has been confirmed as the new 7-star raid. Going to be really fun. Again, you're going to see guides and stuff on like counters and everything, but again, we don't know the move pool, because I think even on these comment sections here, you're like Water Absorb, Quagsire / Clodsire is the way. Let's hope it doesn't have Grass Knot or Ice Beam respectively, because Greninja does learn Grass Knot, it does learn Ice Beam, it's got a really decent move pool. It even gets Gunk Shot as well, I think, so it might even have that, because obviously that'd get boosted by Terra. Again, it's got a little bit better in special attack, so it probably is just going to have like Terra Blast as opposed to Gunk Shot. But again, it could have either. You never know. But either way, that's the new 7-star raid. Really excited about it, though. And yeah, that's going to be kicking off on the 27th of January. Moving on, we also have another version exclusive raid announced as well. Again, we have these every month. I'm still waiting for the Armarouge and Ceruledge one, but as of right now, the next one is going to be Drifblim and Miss Magius. So the next Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Terra Raid battle event has been announced. Focuses on the Pokemon Drifblim and Pokemon Scarlet and Miss Magius in Pokemon Violet. So this is starting this weekend coming up. It runs from the 20th of January through to the 22nd of January. Again, no Herba Mystica in these raids. I think they'll have all different terrors, and I think they're 4 or 5-star raids. So again, nothing crazy here. Pokemon that you probably would have got already. Yeah, this is just kind of like, again, there's a pattern. They're doing a 7-star raid, random raid, version exclusive raid. Well, not a random raid, but it's like an event raid, like the Eevee and Delibird or whatever. And then it's, again, the 7-star raid. So either way, that's all of the kind of raid stuff. Again, this one's happening this week. Don't think many people are going to be bothered about that. And then, yeah, the Greninja one is going to be the weekend after, which, again, really exciting. We need to see what his move pool is and stuff, because again, nobody was really going to use Slowbro for Cinderace. No one was really going to use like Espratha for Cinderace, but again, turned out that they were really good options. Anyway, moving on, let's go over this really, really weird beta logo that's just been rediscovered by Wisdom ELR. It was posted by Lutu, and they basically said a beta Pokemon Dream World logo was just unearthed in the most random place imaginable by Wisdom ELR. So they go on to say it appears to be a preview guide given out for those that purchased Pokemon Black 2 and Pokemon White 2 at launch, scanned entirely by EEL, and preserved it to an archive.org. Also, get this, the guide released on October the 7th, 2012. The Dream World went live in September of 2010. Why is this even in here? So, yeah, really random, just beta logo just popping up out of nowhere. And no, before everyone starts asking, this doesn't mean that Gen 5 remakes are on the way, or Legends, Unova, or whatever, anything like that. It is just a beta logo for a Pokemon Dream World. Again, they might have done something more with this way back when, but obviously it turns out they didn't. But yeah, just quite an interesting little logo that just kind of popped up out of nowhere. And again, if you go to this archive thing kind of here, it just kind of shows all the different images and stuff from the guidebook and everything like that. But again, taking a little bit of time to load. But again, just going through all the different characters, the gym leaders, the antagonists, stuff like that, and different things about like the Dream Radar and everything like that. But yeah, random weird beta logo, and again, this is just loads of random things from the guide. But again, don't know why this was randomly unearthed now, but here it is. So this is obviously the whole Dream World thing and everything. But either way, just quite a funny little coinky thing to take a look at for today's video. We also had Soul Silverheart talking about this as well, saying, please Arceus and all other Pokemon gods, I long for the day of getting a Gen 5 beta Pokemon leak. That's not what's happening here. I'm just dreaming. My heart basically skipped a beat when I saw this. So yeah, again, it would be really cool to see a Generation 5 beta Pokemon leak. We obviously got it with like Gen 1. Gen 2 was a big one. Gen 2 was, we saw all the old scrapped Pokemon, like pre-evolutions of Ditto, pre-evolutions of like Vulpix and Ponyta, I think, as well, and stuff like that. Sneasel, what it used to look like. And we also got the Gen 4 beta leak as well, like what the Gibble line was going to look like and stuff like that. So it would be really, really cool to see the Gen 5 beta leak and what Pokemon would potentially scrap from those games, and what also some Pokemon would have looked like beforehand. Because we also have somebody here saying, you know, I live in hope to one day see the scrapped design of Litwick's pre-evolution they mentioned in interviews. And a pre-evolution of Litwick, like, no one would have even imagined that, because Litwick doesn't look like it would evolve from anything. But yeah, it would be really cool. And again, this isn't like an indication that we're going to get that, but you know, maybe one day we will potentially get the Generation 5 beta leak. And then finishing things off, I just wanted to go quickly over this as well, because this is kind of like crazy to me. So this was posted by Game Data Library, saying the total retail sales for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet in Japan have surpassed those of Pokemon Sword and Shield. That's 8 weeks versus 3 years. So the whole time that Sword and Shield have been out, the last 3 years, and it's been like selling games and stuff, Scarlet and Violet has taken over that in just 8 weeks, which is absolutely crazy to me. And also, it means that this might kind of pave the way for future Pokemon games as well. If they're going to release a Generation 9 game and it outsells the Generation 8 games in 8 weeks as opposed to 3 years, they're probably going to look at that and be like, okay, Scarlet and Violet did well, let's do a couple more of those. So that means that Gen 10 could also be open world. I feel like, I don't know, I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if I could go back to like a unless it's like a Unova game, like a Legends game, or like a remake or something. I think a new generation of Pokemon games now, I think it'd be weird to go back to just your normal linear kind of game. I think open world just makes it so much better. I also don't think I could go back to not having co-op and stuff like that. But again, we'll have to wait and see. But the fact that they're just kind of smashing sales like this, it means that they're probably going to keep the formula. But including digital sales are of at least 6 million, but I'd bet they're closer and maybe even over 7 mil. Here's another comparison with some of the fastest selling games in Japan. 8 weeks in Scarlet and Violet is ahead of Pokemon Black and White, Animal Crossing, New Horizons, and Pokemon Gold and Silver. So yeah, absolutely smashing like all of these other records and stuff for Scarlet and Violet. So yeah, really excited to see what this means for the future of Pokemon. Again, the last 2 games they've dropped, Legends Arceus and Scarlet and Violet, sold really, really well and got... I mean, Legends Arceus got a really good positive response. Scarlet and Violet, not so much, but that's because of all the bugs and stuff. I think once they fix the bugs, I think the games will be really good. And then they've got the DLC to drop as well, which will make the games even better. So yeah, really excited to see what this kind of does for the future of Pokemon. But anyway, that's going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Leave a comment. What do you think the best counter for Greninja is going to be? Again, Quagsire, Clodsire could be really good options, but if it has Grass Knot or Ice Beam or whatever, it could be GG's there. Yeah, either way, big thank you to everyone for watching. If you did enjoy, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. It's everything from me though. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.